Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463.
The Sphere Network. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today at advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Baptiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680.
What's up, good people? Welcome back to Technocrats, where we talk about the ins and outs of technology to empower the digital you. I am your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online at 127.0.0.1. No, I'm sorry. That's home for the technology folks that know anything about IP addresses. But you can find me anywhere online at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snappity Chat. And of course, I've got the lovely Ari McKinney with me. Ari, what up, though?
Hello, everyone. How are you?
We're doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good to see you.
Can't complain. You too.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year again. Wait a minute. Yeah, no. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, folks. Yes. Happy New Year to everybody that's tuned in right now. I'm going to hop on and get our Facebook watch going for all our Facebook viewers, because I like to do some watch party stuff. And of course, want to shout out to those that are tuned in. It's a couple of people on right now, but I want to make sure we get everybody up and popping on the watch party. If you're watching this, share this out as a watch party, because we're talking technology here on Technocrats. Ari, it's been a popping week in technology. Am I right?
It really has.
This time of year is crazy.
Weeks of January are always really exciting.
Yeah. And of course, for those who don't know what we're talking about, we are talking about CES, Consumer Electronics Show. And it's 2019 in Vegas, baby, and they're doing their thing. There's been a lot of great items that have come from CES. And so we're going to dive into them, because this is our digital trends. So let's talk about the new hotness in tech, CES 2019. We've got a website. This is coming from BBC News, and we just kind of want to roll through some of the big things that they're talking about. So for those that are watching us right now, obviously you'll be able to see the article and up. There's just crazy items all down the road, from items that go in your car so you can make your car smarter. You've got other stuff that's popping at the Expo, the Galaxy Home speakers. Some of the big stuff that people were talking about are like the Nespresso, so you can do some crazy stuff in your kitchen with these kitchen gadgets. In LG, my God, one of the big things that captivated me was the TV talk, right? And I don't get excited for TVs anymore, Ari. Are you on a 4K bandwagon before I dive into this, or no?
I mean, not yet. I'm pretty aware of their capabilities, but I do not personally own one. I would if I could, though. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like a good TV, don't get me wrong, but I'm not want to go crazy over every new TV fad.
Well, and so here's the thing. Me neither. I was a big firm believer that when we're talking about TVs, look, get you a 1080p and you're good. It ain't much 4K content. Don't worry about it. And then, of course, CES 2019 pops up, and we've got 8K TVs. We've got TVs that are almost 90 inches in width or size, diagonally, of course. And the big talk was TVs that are foldable, roll-up TVs. LG's got a roll-up television. And they've got there's a video that we're going to play. It's a quarter of the way down on the website that actually showcases part of this rollable LG TV, and just the overall idea concept of being able to, once again, have this piece of art that's in your living room that either rolls out of this compartment or rolls left to right, something that's truly flexible and bendable. This is that new hotness, and I'm not gonna say I'm all here for it, because obviously we're not gonna see this in our living rooms for another 10 years. Right. But it's exciting that we're getting to the point to where we've got these flexible displays that look phenomenal. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely. No, I think that, I mean, that's about what it would take to get me excited for TVs.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was the same. I mean, not even the super huge ones were like, it was kind of like, okay. But that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one of the coolest things about this flexible television opportunity here is not just application in TVs. And I want to say what's up to everybody who's hopping in on the watch party and on Facebook Live. Make sure y'all shout out or say what's up in the chat so we can shout you out. But one of the biggest things is about true to life applications for your everyday use. So your watches, your cell phones, your newspapers, things that we thought e-ink would take over and replace that really didn't go anywhere. Here's an opportunity now with the full-fledged, beautiful displays that are truly bendable and foldable. Do you think that we will start to see some real-life applications with this foldable technology?
I don't know. I mean, the possibilities seem endless. Truly. I mean, God, I don't know. I'm just excited to see what comes, actually, which again says a lot, because TVs kind of just become TVs as of late. But this is pretty cool. LG definitely knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yeah, I agree. And then there was another company that came forth with their foldable phone, which of course we thought was something, we saw the Samsung piece, and I never knew there was another company that had been working on this, and that was the Royole, I think is the name of the company, and we're gonna drop this link on our Run a Show so we can make sure we get that out to you all. But it's the Royole, and this item is actually on sale now. This foldable phone, Royole, the Flex Pi is what it's called, and this was announced, and this is literally a 1440p display that folds up just like what we saw from Samsung, and it works. It's fully functional. It's about about $1,300 in the US, and it's on sale for about 9,000 yen in China. And it's running Android, and I think it's running Android if I remember correctly. It's not on Pi yet, but 7.8 inches, fully foldable phone. This is here. This isn't like architecture. This is functional. It's working. No headphone jack, because nothing has a headphone jack anymore. This gives you some options. If you don't want to be the status quo, you don't want the stereotypical style of phone, you've got something you can use. And I mean, would I pay $1,500 for an iPhone, or would I pay $1,500 for this? I don't know.
I mean, if it were running iOS, I'd definitely pay $1,500 for it. For me, the overall answer to the question of would I pay that for, the $1,300 for it, yes. I don't know, for a foldable phone, that might be the thing that would make me try something else.
Well, let me ask you this, though, because you bring up an interesting question, and you've got me thinking now. If we're talking foldable technology, and we're talking, let's say Apple, and what we know about Apple today, Ari, is that Apple is a type that will allow people to do it first so that they can
Right.
do it best. And let's just
Right.
be honest. So could you see the new iPhone Pro that allows you to fold from a 6 by 3 inch, so 6 inches
Yeah.
in height, 3 inches
It's
across, to
right.
fold out to a 6 by 6. So it goes from a iPhone Pro to an iPad Mini in a foldable technology. Do you think that would be something that could revitalize the iPhone?
Absolutely. I mean, it's no secret their sales have not been what they've
No.
wanted them to be, to put it lightly. Um, but I think, yeah, I think that would be a game changer for them and definitely revitalize the popularity. I just think people are kind of feeling like the price keeps climbing, the phones aren't changing that much, they're waiting for something revolutionary. I think that would be it. So I would buy one. But like I said, I mean, this is pretty cool. I don't know, I would consider one, but I'll probably wait and we'll see what happens if Apple decides to, like you said, do it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I expect it to happen.
I do too, and I
Yeah.
would definitely.
But yeah, bendable iPhone, Facebook
I'd be
Livers.
shocked if they didn't do
This
it.
sounds like a poll that we might have to put up. What you think?
Yeah.
Facebook Live. So let's put the poll out for y'all. If Apple created a foldable phone, would you buy it? Yes or no? We'll leave that up for a few minutes. We want to know, based on Facebook Live, if y'all think a foldable phone from Apple would be a good purchase. Clinton hopped in and said only if it's Android. Konnichiwa, everyone. Konnichiwa, Clinton.
Konnichiwa.
We appreciate him. It's late night hours over there, or wee early morning, one of the two. I think it's wee early morning over there. They're in front of us in time, so I think they're 11 hours up. So what is it, like 7 a.m.? So, or excuse me, like 6:30 over there. Clinton, hop in chat. Let us know.
5:30 a.m., 6:30 a.m.
Something like that. But yes, we want to know, for those that are watching this, Facebook poll is going to be pushed out in a second here. If Apple created a foldable phone, would you buy it? Yes or no? Make sure if you're in my watch party right now, I don't think the watch party gets the polls. Hop over to the regular Facebook feed and answer that question really quickly. We want to know. Erlene says, hell no, she's not buying a foldable phone at all. I hear that.
Really?
Arlene's like, no, we're not doing that. It's not that type of party. But I promise you, if Apple does do it, there's going to be some coins to pay. And speaking of coins, this particular portion of the show is sponsored by the Houston Housewives of Finance. So, did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults said they don't have enough in savings. Don't become one of these statistics, folks. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at area code 844-700-4463 or shoot them an email to info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask them how you can participate in a complimentary, yes, folks, a free financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finances are the new faces of the new age of financial services. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So I want to know how Facebook Live folks feel about this. We put the poll up, but we want to show the results. Would you buy a foldable Apple iPhone if they decide to make one in the future? And we're going to see what Facebook feels about that as we get ready to talk about one other piece, I think, out of the CES 2019 was something that Google did. Am I right, Ari?
Yes, sir. Google. I thought this was cool because I've been saying for a long time, the travel, enthusiast in me has been saying for a long time, this is something that I wish someone would invent.
Mm-hmm.
So, Google Assistant has some pretty cool capabilities already. You know, it can make dinner reservations for you that are taken by an actual human on the other line. It can screen suspected spam calls. Um, but this feature is really cool. So this is something they rolled out on the 8th of this year on Google powered displays and smart speakers. And it's called interpreter mode. And what it does is it turns your Google Assistant into a real time language translator between two people actually trying to have a live conversation in the same physical space. So it has 27 languages to start right now. And it launched in pilot hotels in New York City, San Francisco, and Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. So essentially, it allows you to speak in real time, conversationally with someone who does not speak your language, and it will live translate the conversation as well as transcribe it on a little display, 6 or 7 inch display that you can get.
Wow. I'm here for that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like,
you're talking real time. That's fire.
yeah. You know, so obviously hotels are their kind of target, their demo, you know, their pilot demographic, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the ultimate goal is to one day be able to have one of those earbuds in, and what you hear is in English, even though they're not speaking English. And when you speak, they get the same thing in reverse.
Exactly. And that would be so amazing.
I agree.
For travel. Oh, that would make travel so much easier.
Yeah, it makes it universal. We can go anywhere in the world and be able to have a conversation with somebody, and that would be fire.
That kind of essentially eliminates the language barrier completely.
Yeah, makes things a lot safer.
It really does. And I mean, wow, you know, wow.
I'm here for that. Yeah, Google
I'm
Assistant.
definitely here for that. That was probably my favorite little gadget discovery of CES this year.
And at a very economically friendly price point. You know, those Google, those little Google Homes are like they're priced to compete with the Echo Dots, right? So they're $35-$40. So, you know, I'm here for all that.
Not bad at all.
Nope, not at all. And of course, our Facebook poll, 100% no. Nobody wants a foldable phone from Apple. I get it. Why not?
I'm the lone supporter of this.
Yeah, it's only you. It's only you. Only you on that one. Facebook Livers, hey, what's up, folks? We love y'all. We support y'all. Thank you so much. Shout out to Carla. I see you. Clinton, thanks so much for tuning in. Erlene and everybody else that's on Facebook Livers. Remember, folks, we want to give you the first part of the show on live. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're talking digital trends. We got to have the conversation about this Nimb Ring that's out, Netflix and the future of streaming. And, of course, I want to make mention of some product lineup changes from Tesla and dropping a couple of vehicles from their list. So it's a lot of stuff we want to talk about, but you've got to go subscribe. So head over to sphere.tv/Technocrats. We've got a few options for you. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud. You can find us right there on Google. I just said Google Play. You can find us on YouTube, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeart. We're on Spotify. We're on that Amazon Alexa. We're on that Google Home Max. We're on everything. Anywhere podcasts, of course, can be found. And while you're there, give us some constructive criticism. We want to know how we're doing. We want to know how we've built great shows that continue to sow directly into you. And share this out. Share it with your family, your friends, your colleagues. Share it with your loved ones. Share it with your haters. Share it with anyone you know, especially that wants to have conversations surrounding technology. And for those who are a little technological challenge, we like to break things down, so we don't keep it in high tech terms. We'll break it down for the average consumer so that you have a better foothold when it comes to making technological based decisions. And of course, if you truly love what we're doing here, sow a seed. Head over to sphere.tv/donate. We got a couple of options. You can donate one time on the website, or you can become a patron. Become a patron right over at Patreon, where we're giving exclusive content. We do behind the scenes stuff every day here at the studio. We're getting with shows doing exclusive content, exclusive episodes, full-fledged episodes from 13 other shows on the network that we sow into y'all every month right for Patreon. So you're getting a whole nother slew of content just on Patreon for becoming a donator there. So Like I said, folks, if you truly love what we're doing, sow that seed. And remember, you've got to go subscribe right here at the Sphere. All right, let's keep this party rolling. Let's talk a little bit about another feature that that brings about great safety, and that's the Nimb Ring. What's going on with this, Ari?
So the Nimb Ring is a smart ring with a panic button that allows you to immediately send 911 as well as selected family or friends your location and an alert that lets people know you're not feeling safe. It's a one-click alert. It has about a 2-week battery life per charge, made of hypoallergenic materials, and it determines and shares your location in seconds. It's pretty affordable. It comes in 2 colors, white and black. They're giving the ring for selling it for $0 right now for the actual hardware, the ring itself. And then there are 3 different packages you can choose from, which is to go monthly for $29.99 per month. You can buy a 6-month package at $26.95 a month, or a 12-month package at $23.95 a month. And they're pretty cool looking. They seem to have good reviews. People seem to like them. There are a few features that, some of the comments, the reviewers say that they wish that the ring came with, but overall it seems to be receptive really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish it was a little bit smaller. It looks, but I understand they got a packed battery into that, and they've got about a 2-week lifespan on that battery. So, and obviously that'll get better over time.
Right.
But I think this is the answer to those infomercials we used to see when there's the ladies like, I'm falling and I can't get up, and it's just like you want to hit your little life alert button, or whatever the case is. This is the new version of that, right?
It really is.
I think it's cool.
It's a sleeker, a little slightly techier version of that exact thing. Yes.
Yeah. I think this is great technology. I think that definitely all elderly people should have this. Anyone that's geriatric or older, so that's 60 something and up. You want to have some type of emergency response very close, especially if you're starting to get failures in your body or things like that. I mean, this is what technology is supposed to do. It's supposed to make us safer, healthier, smarter, wiser. So yeah, I'm here for this.
This is technology done right.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm here. I'm all here for this.
Yeah, I'm all here for it.
Mm-hmm. Now, staying in our digital trends, I want to bring up a conversation that you and I had surrounding Netflix and the future of streaming. I know you and I talked about some changes that were coming down the pipe when it comes to streaming platforms. And for those that are tuned in right now, you're listening to us in your car on Spotify. Netflix will be losing, if you hadn't noticed already, it's already started. They will be losing all of their Disney content because Disney is building their own streaming platform, Disney Plus. And that's where you're going to find exclusive access. And I use that word bolded, underlined it, highlighted, whatever you need to do. Exclusive access to all Marvel content, any Pixar content. And this is, I would gather, this is roughly about 30 to 50% of what people watch when they go to the movies, when they go for their kids. It's either Pixar, it's coming out of Disney's camp, and your big ones are Disney, Warner Brother, and maybe I guess Fox and then Sony. But like, this is where this content is coming from when you go into the box office and things like that. And it's only going to get more complicated because, for the last almost 20 years now, if not longer, because I've had a Netflix subscription since the mid 2000s. It's 2019.
Yeah.
I've had a Netflix subscription for like 15 years, yo. Like, real rap. I remember when they came out in 2000 and you was getting one DVD. There was no such thing as stream. You could get one DVD and they were just beta testing. I remember that. I wish I would have bought the stock then, but that's another conversation for another show.
No, yeah, I definitely remember getting DVDs and them like expanding it to include like, multiple DVDs at one time, and
Yeah.
like just a little progression that they've gone through. But I mean, what do you think it means for subscribership for them?
That's the $1 million question. And I want to answer that, but let me pause for the cause right here, because I've got to say that in order to keep this place rolling, advertising, which happens on Netflix and other places, happens because people need opportunities. And guess what? You can advertise right here at the Sphere, which brings about this particular portion of our sponsorship. So, are you starting a business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send us an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. So, I wanted to make sure I got that in place at the right moment, because I really want to do some deep dive into this. Right now, Netflix is king. Okay, let me say this. Commercially, Netflix is king.
Yeah.
Underground, Kodi is probably king. Let's just be
Right.
honest. People with Fire Sticks, people who install Kodis on other devices. You're running Exodus, you're running Placenta, which I think is now down. Genesis Reborn is now down. You're running Ice Films. You're running. I'm familiar. You've installed.
Right.
You set up the repositories. This is what you're running at home. Kodi is popping. You're running Krypton. There's a new version of Kodi. Version 18 is out now. Whatever you're doing, underground Kodi, above ground is Netflix. But Netflix, it feels like it's about to be this big breakup. We saw this early with HBO saying, okay, we're going to do HBO $10 a month. And then Showtime did it. Then Cinemax did it.
Right.
Then all your other smaller people on cable, I guess because of the contractual obligations for these companies to these cable networks, they couldn't charge people, right? Outside, I guess how their setup is, they couldn't, like Sci-Fi or something like that. You have to have a cable subscription, but you don't pay Sci-Fi directly. Whereas I think maybe Stars, you pay them directly, I think, or they give you it's like, it's so weird. It's different.
Yeah.
And I'm finding, and tell me if I'm wrong, or tell me what your experience has been like. I'm finding it to become more and more complicated to say that in 2019 we're about to get a Warner Brothers and a Disney Channel that's going to split this pie up even more. How do you feel about this?
To me, like, the cost, it's going to end up being comparable with having cable again if we have to keep subscribing to each individual, network or channel, or, it's a lot. Like right now, I finally got rid of Hulu, but right now it's like I've got the Showtime, I've got the Netflix, obviously I've got Prime Video, I've got it just gets to be a lot. And then when Game of Thrones comes back on, I'll definitely be getting HBO. So it's and it's like, okay, by the time you're paying all that, now I've started toying around with things like Sling TV, which can make it kind of a little bit more affordable to get a lot of the HBO and Showtime content for a bit cheaper, as well as the live cable for a relatively affordable package. But I don't know. I'm not really happy about it. I kind of miss my one-stop shop that Netflix reliably has become.
I feel like that's gonna devalue Netflix a bit, right? You start pulling, you pulled Daredevil. So basically, all the Defenders are out of there. Daredevil, Punisher, all that stuff. Star Wars, is coming out. They just got Avengers just popped up last month, so that'll be out shortly. So all these things, if they're not going to be able to even do partial use or a limited license agreement to say, okay, we'll get it for 6 months. If that's going to go away and you only can get this stuff at Disney, I don't know how I'm not going to have a Disney subscription. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I just don't see how I can get around it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, personally, I don't know. Like, I would miss kind of the Moanas and stuff like that more so than like the Avengers or the Marvel stuff. My
Mm-hmm.
son's really into the Marvel stuff, obviously, um, and yeah, I think it. I don't know. I mean, Netflix without that just seems incomplete. So yeah, I guess I see what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, and especially if Disney's saying that they're going to start to offer and get this, folks. So you watching this on YouTube right now, you can do a YouTube search because somebody's got a spoiler. Disney is saying that they're going to start to release other content that's Marvel and Star Wars related, like original programming in those universes that will only be on that network. Meaning there will be content there that you won't even be able to go watch at the movies. You're only going to be able to watch with a Disney Plus
On their
account.
app, right?
So that adds to this whole situation. Let alone Warner Brothers, which has a slew of smaller companies under its umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what do you think is going to happen to Netflix? Do you think it's still going to be this behemoth, even though they're throwing billions of dollars into original content? Do you think that they will be able to, stay afloat as the king?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, they were kind of the first to really invest in, producing original content. Um, I think they're gonna have to. There may come a day when we may see Netflix become mostly original content,
That's
or
that.
really, really focus or really put their efforts into that aspect of it.
Yeah.
As these other, networks and whatnot begin to create their own, streaming services.
Yeah, that's a really interesting situation. I
Hmm.
and then of course for all the shareholders, full disclosure, I'm a shareholder of Netflix. It's concerning because you want your shares to continue to grow. You want your investments to do well, but
Right.
I mean I'm not gonna I'm not gonna not watch a Warner Brothers movie
Right.
on the Warner Brothers network because I'm in bed with Netflix. No, I still
Right.
need my Netflix, my Hulu. I think I'm gonna get rid of my Sling, but I need those other ones, and it's just what it is. But I wonder, I I wonder will the only other thing I can think about is how does this play into movie theaters? I went to a new theater last night, out in way deep in Katy, that I didn't even know it existed. This it's called Escape, and I think there's a couple of ones around Houston. Mike, you familiar with Escape out there past 99 or at the end? Oh yeah, way past 99. Yeah, so I went there yesterday. Last night I saw Escape Room, which was dope. And I wonder will you start to see these partnerships where things will release in the theater and on a streaming platform at the same time. You know what I mean, Ari? I've seen Netflix
Hmm.
do it a couple of times. I think they did it with that Annihilation movie. It was in
Yeah.
the theater and on Netflix at the same time. And they did it with
Right.
another film. I don't remember what it is. Our people over at Intermission, they review movies and TV. They'll know for sure. But I wonder if we'll start to see something like that, those type of partnerships with production companies, so that Netflix can still differentiate itself from the Warner Brothers and the Disneys as they move into this market.
That makes a lot of sense. I could see that for sure. I think they had I mean, relatively good success with the movies that they did the, dual Netflix theater situation.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the other one was too, but I know I think it did well. So yeah, they're gonna have to come up with something though, because, before they find themselves left with no content.
Yeah. That's a really good question. And for those that are tuned in right now, we want to know what you think. Let us know. Are you willing to migrate from Netflix or keep Netflix and add a Disney Plus, add a Warner Brothers subscription, add all these other items? Hit us up on social media. Hit us up on Twitter. Hop in our DMs at the Sphere TV. Use the patent. No, it's not patented. It's not that. But use our hashtag Technocrats. We want to know how you feel about that and if it's something that you would do. So one other thing I want to mention before we get out of here is about keeping that good smile on your face. And this particular portion of our show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a warming and welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. They're committed to the finest possible oral care and overall health and well-being of their patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through their commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and a friendly atmosphere, they strive to make their patients feel like they're part of their family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and a bit uncomfortable. However, Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680. And if you mention the Sphere, you receive 10% off your service. Yes, indeed. So make sure y'all check that out. We want to know what you think. Last but not least, that I want to mention in 2019 was something that startled me this morning. And I'm going to drop this article on our Runner Show as well, because I want to make sure for those that are viewing that they're able to see what we're talking about. Tesla has decided that via a tweet, this is how Elon Musk get down. He's on his Donald Trump, that they're going to discontinue their 75 kilowatt hour battery pack for their Model S and their Model X.
Oh, no.
Let me tell y'all what this means in a nutshell. So right now, the Model S and X are built out in numbers, right? Those numbers are associated to the size of the battery of the vehicle. So you've got 75s, you've got 100s. You've had in the past, you started with 40s. You had a 60, and then the 60 changed to 70. 70 went to 75. You had the 90 that went up to the 100, and blah, 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 blah. It looks like they're going to move to something closer to the Model 3, which is either mid-range or long-range, and then performance. But how the hurt mark here is that this drop of their 75 means that the entry-level price to get a Model S or X jumps by about $15,000.
Right.
So where you could get a Model S starting at about $75K or $70K, it's going to cost you about $85 out the door before you can get into the Model S, which means anybody that was willing to spend 60, 75 grand is then forced to go to the Model 3 long range versus the Model S mid range. I don't like this. I don't think this is fair. I don't think this is right. I don't understand what the premise is behind doing this. To me, it just doesn't make sense. What's your thoughts, Ari?
I mean, well, yeah, I think it kind of, like you said, I mean, it ups the entry point for owning a Tesla. I think for a lot of people, that was kind of one of the cool things about Tesla was that you could have this really cool piece of technology, that didn't require you to, be in the upper echelon of income and whatnot just to be able to afford it.
Yeah, and I think that's cool to keep the Model 3, right? It starts at $35,000, $40,000. Really, right now, you get it right, it's about $45,000. So you get great range. But to get rid of the 75, and your only three options on the website as of today are the 75, the 100, and the P100D. The 75 it is and I don't like how they have it on their website, but the real numbers are the 75 is about 76,000, the 100D is 94,000, so about an $18,000 jump, and then the P100D, the performance model, is 133,000. Here, you that car is now priced out for most people, right? Most people not spending $100,000 on a sedan. That's not what a family's gonna do. I'm just being honest.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm like sitting here like, yeah, no. I mean,
that's crazy.
That's insane. You know what I mean? That's.
And here's what really bothers me the most about this. The tweet came out like 2 days ago, and they're ending it Sunday. So it's like, if you want to get one, get it by Sunday. Order a 75D by Sunday, because come Monday, you can't order anymore.
That's no kind of notice.
Yeah. Like, it just, and like, it goes back to what you need.
Like, people can just kind of go out and go, yeah, I think I'll just go out by Sunday and drop this on a Tesla before.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and pull the trigger this weekend.
Right?
It's like, no. That's not what people are doing. That's not what's hot in these streets.
Not at all.
So I don't know. I don't think this is the best decision personally, but I guess it's not about what I think. It's about what everybody else thinks.
True.
But we want to know what you all think. Hit us up. Hit us on across any platform. Give us some insight. Tell us how you feel about this. Shoot us an email. No, actually, leave a comment on the website. Hop over to the website at thesphere.tv/Technocrats. Find the episode. Hit the comment button and leave us a comment. How do you feel about Tesla dropping their entry-level pieces? We want to know. So, Ari, this has been a great conversation, love. Thank you so much for Skyping in. I appreciate you.
Of course. Anytime.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let the good people know where they can reach you at.
You can reach me on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, at Dish with Ari. Hit me up during the show. Feel free. Use hashtag Technocrats. We can comment back during the show.
There it is. And, of course, if you need to reach me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snappity Chat at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. If you got any questions about what we do at the show, as always, shoot us an email, technocrats@thesphere.tv, or hit us across the social media, as I mentioned earlier, at the Sphere TV. Use the hashtag Technocrats, and we will get back with you. This has been another great episode. We will see y'all next time. Take care, folks.